My name is Anna, and I am 35 years old. For a long time, my life was peaceful. I had a loving husband, Michael, and two wonderful children, Ethan and Grace. Our home was filled with laughter, love, and the small joys of everyday life. Everything felt perfect. Michael and I met when I was young, fresh out of school. He was older, wise, and full of kindness. He had a steady job and a charming smile that made me feel safe. When he proposed, I knew I was ready to spend my life with him. Our wedding was a beautiful day. I wore a white dress with delicate lace, and Michael looked dashing in his black suit. Friends and family gathered to celebrate our love. We promised to build a future together. And for years, that promise held strong. A few years into our marriage, we welcomed Ethan, our energetic boy who is now 10. 2 years later, Grace, our sweet and curious daughter, was born. My children became the light of my life, filling our home with joy. Michael always encouraged me to grow and learn. He often said, "Anna, you're capable of so much. You need to understand our family business." His support gave me the confidence to take on new challenges, but life doesn't always go as planned. One evening, Michael said, "I'm feeling a little off. It's just my heart acting up." I didn't think much of it, he always seemed so strong. A few weeks later, we hosted a dinner to celebrate a big milestone in our business. Michael was his usual cheerful self, joking and chatting with friends. As the night wore on, I noticed him looking tired. His face flushed, and he muttered, "I feel hot." I urged him to rest, but he insisted on staying. Later that evening, his condition worsened. I called for help, but it was too late. Michael's heart had stopped. He was gone. In that moment, my world shattered. I couldn't imagine life without him. The days that followed were a blur of tears and heartbreak. Ethan and Grace cried with me, their young hearts struggling to understand the loss. For months, I barely left my bed. One day, Grace climbed into bed with me, holding my hand. "Mom, please don't leave us too," she whispered, her big eyes full of worry. Her words broke through my grief. I knew I had to be strong, not just for myself, but for my children. I started running the family business, even though it was daunting. Every day felt like a climb up a steep hill, but I kept going. While organizing Michael's belongings one afternoon, I found a letter he had written before he passed. The letter read, "Anna, you are stronger than you know. Don't let life steal your smile. Live fully, for yourself and the kids. You deserve happiness." His words became my guide. I vowed to honor his memory by living the life he wished for me. For years passed, and though I managed to rebuild a routine for my family, I kept my heart closed. I thought love was something I would never feel again. One day, I joined a local hobby group to learn embroidery. It was something new and calming. There, I met a kind woman named Clara, who quickly became a friend. She often spoke about her brother, David, and I met at one of Clara's gatherings. He was 28, tall, and had a warm smile that made me feel at ease. At first, I was hesitant. He was younger than me, and I thought, he could never be interested in someone like me, but David was persistent in his kindness. He said, "Anna, you're incredible, and age doesn't matter to me." His words touched my heart. We started talking more, and over time, he became someone I could rely on. One evening, he invited me for coffee. Sitting across from him, I shared my story about Michael, my children, and the struggles I faced. David listened with genuine care. "I can't imagine how hard it's been for you," he said. "But I want to be here for you, if you'll let me." I was scared. What will people think? What about my children? What about Michael? These questions haunted me. David never pressured me. He spent time with Ethan and Grace, earning their trust. He played games with them, helped with homework, and brought laughter back into our home. "Mom, David is really fun," Ethan said one evening, his face lit up with joy. For the first time in years, I felt hope. A year later, David said, "Anna, I love you. Let's create a life together." His words made my heart race. "I can't forget Michael," I replied, my voice trembling. "I'm not asking you to." David said gently, "I just want to be part of your life, to add to it, not replace what you had." I thought about Michael's letter. He wanted me to find happiness. Slowly, I opened my heart again. One day, I sat Ethan and Grace down. "David will be moving in with us," I said nervously. To my surprise, they smiled. "That's great, Mom," Grace said, hugging me. "We moved to a new house, spacious and filled with possibilities." David brought warmth and laughter into our lives. Now, I understand that life is a journey. It's full of twists and turns, but it also holds unexpected beauty. Michael will always be in my heart, a part of me forever. But David has shown me that love and happiness are possible after loss. Life is about love, family, and moving forward. I am grateful for my past and excited for the future. Ethan and Grace remind me every day of Michael's love and strength. With David, I've learned to embrace joy again. I will always cherish my memories with Michael, but I am ready to face the future with courage, hope, and love.